I'm Taj Singh, President and CEO of Discovery Silver. Discovery operates solely in Mexico, and we're focused on advancing our flagship Cordero silver project, which is the largest undeveloped silver project in the world. We're advancing it through an aggressive drill program. Over 100,000 meters has been drilled in 18 months, making it one of the largest drill programs in the silver industry worldwide. And then this will be culminated in a brand new resource and economic study to be released this year. We're located in Chihuahua on one of the most robust mineral belts in the world, and we're located near lots of existing infrastructure as well, so that will help significantly in building and operating this mine. The current area of the entire, concession area that we have, the resource area only represents less than 5% of our total land package around Cordero. So we'll continue to develop many new targets, we think, that can be drill tested over the years and hopefully find several other deposits in the district. And just the last note is Cordero is the world's largest undeveloped silver project, as I mentioned, has over 600 million ounces of silver alone and over 1 billion ounces of silver equivalent. And because of this, very obviously, we offer exceptional leverage to the price of silver. The main objective of the study, the overarching objective, is to deliver a technically robust study supported by a very comprehensive data set and then vetted by top-tier independent consultants with obviously third-party peer review. Our target for the study is to outline one of the largest producing primary silver operations in the industry with manageable upfront development capex, and then operating costs we're targeting in the bottom half of the industry cost curve. For high-level numbers, we're targeting a minimum 15-year mine life, average production of at least 15 million ounces of silver equivalent per year. And again, as I noted, costs in the bottom half of the industry cost curve. And at this rate, Cordero would then be among the top 7 or 8 primary silver mines in the world in terms of total production, with a very realistic ability to then scale up to being the top 1, 2, 3, one of those largest producing primary silver mine in the world. So we feel if we can outline a project like this is no doubt a tier 1 silver asset. So we've got about $85 million Canadian and no debt in the bank. Obviously a very good position to be in. And assuming all my numbers now in Canadian dollars, the plan is to spend about an additional $10 to $15 million this year, call it 15, then another 25 million next year. And coming into the company will be about $40 million of cash from warrants next year, in the money warrants. And then this should leave us with a balance of about 90 million to the end of 2022. And then we would have about 10 to 15 more to spend to get to a construction decision in 2023. So this would leave us with about $80 million or so, $75 or $80 million for the construction, which represents potentially about 25% or 30% of the capital needed for the build of the mine, based on, whatever size of operation we decide to go with. That's how our thinking is. So, and then the rest of the capital obviously could be acquired by debt or a combination of debt and additional equity. So it leaves us in a very strong position to be able to take this mine to production. It's a very important, focus area for ours. It has been for some time. I know it's obviously ESG's come up as kind of the hot topic now, but for us, and I've personally been working in Mexico for over a decade in mining, it's always been an important area, very important, critical. So, mining may be the last industry investors think of when considering ESG issues and the changing dynamics on investment decisions. But it's actually quietly, more changes occurring than we've seen in centuries. There's a common negative view, mining is a dirty industry, but the industry is working very hard, I think, to clean up this reputation, becoming more, safer, more efficient, more sustainable. And the world is more, as we know, the world is more resource intensive than ever. And the industry is ripe for investment and opportunity. So over the past decade or so, the mining industry has been quietly making significant improvements because of the change in kind of management culture, embracing new technology for increased efficiency, and then obviously ultimately investor demand. So mining continues really to improve on that ESG front. For example, optimizing mine planning to reduce your footprint that you're taking up, driverless trucks and trains that limit emissions, improved safety practices, and increased use of renewable power resources. So innovation has been moving along, but the social license to operate is really the new push, I think. And mining companies must agree with the host nation and the responsibilities they have to maintain good practices, and it includes hiring local workforces to support local initiatives and boost individual economies. Safety is also a huge part of the social change, right? Mining used to be considered quite a dangerous job, but mining companies all over are pushing for zero harm in the workforce and strong accountability on this. So I do want to point out that it's a very important focus area for us. We will actually be releasing our inaugural ESG report, company annual ESG report later this fall. So it outlines many of the our key initiatives in this area. Mexico really, to me, and essentially our entire management team is actually, most of it is based in Mexico. We through and through are Mexico-centric. It's like a second home to me. Like I said, I've been there probably every month or every 2 months for the past decade. But our Cordero project, I want to note, is still in the exploration and development stage, but we already, for example, have created a significant number of jobs in the area. We're over 100 jobs that have started that weren't there. And we've started social environmental programs, significant ones. If I kind of would give some experience in my previous role before Discovery, actually became a company, which was about 3 years ago, I worked with Timmins Gold for about 6 years, which is based in Sonora. We operated a large gold mine in Sonora, Mexico. And to see the change and improvement in the local communities was unbelievable. We sponsored children's educations, built schools, hospitals, improved roads and infrastructure. We used to take locals, including children, for tours of the mine and teaching them about geology. And we were actually responsible for many high school children eventually becoming geologists and engineers. So this is it's a very important, near and dear kind of area for us, and we will continue to do that. And listen, Mexico through and through is a mining country. It's in their blood. They understand it. They're in the world, probably one of the best miners in the world, and understand mining one of the most. I mean, obviously silver, they're the largest silver producing nation in the world, but many other important metals, they're top 5, top 10. So it's been very nice to be there with a community in a country that understands it and is supportive. Silver is really getting a new kind of reputation of being a green metal, which is fantastic for us. We knew this a while ago, but it's actually now becoming very clear. Current optimism is for a major economic recovery. So that means silver will benefit from the ongoing kind of bull run in the industrial metals complex. So, and again, this is mainly related to the growing interest in the green energy-led fiscal stimulus. So electrification, green technology, infrastructure plan, build America back. Silver is a huge role in this. So it's industrial usage of silver is expected to rise in the coming years very substantially. Mainly 3 things: significant use in electric vehicles, solar panels, and then 5G and 6G networks. Silver is used in these applications, can't really be replaced. It's vital, it's needed because of it has the best conductivity performance of any metal. But the forecasted shortage of silver at the end of this decade alone, and it's numbers put out by the Silver Institute, is around 250 million ounces a year, which is over 25% of the total global mine supply, even before you consider investment demand increases. So long and short of it is there's going to be huge demand for silver. There's not enough mines to be able to keep up to that demand. So that bodes very well for the price of silver. Just a quick couple of numbers. There's about 100 million ounces, for example, used in auto right now of silver. And that's expected to go to 300 million ounces by 2030. The solar currently uses 100 million ounces. It's estimated to be 200 million ounces by 2030. 5G uses about 8 to 10 million ounces a year. That grows to 30 million ounces by 2030. So these three applications alone, you're talking about a growth of like 300 million ounces, which again is 30% of the total supply of silver. So again, lack of new projects, lack of new mines, it bodes very well for the price of silver. Yeah, it's important. Like, what are the key things we're trying to achieve this year? What are the key milestones? It's important for investors to know. It's a very busy year for us. It has been last year, but this year's even more so, and we're very excited about it. We're going to continue to put out drill results every 3 or 4 weeks. So we have brand news every month on that. Metallurgical results for the PEA should come out as well in Q3, and then a brand new resource estimate. That's a big catalyst, and then even bigger, following upon that, about a month after that, is the brand new preliminary economic assessment for the project, which will outline its economics. That's the big catalyst. And then, as I mentioned before, in the early fall, kind of mid-fall, we plan to release our inaugural ESG report. So a lot of news coming, a lot of potential positive outflow of information. Yeah, maybe to wrap it up, I think the easiest way to put it is the Discovery silver story is a very simple one. We have a world-class silver asset that will continue to get better as we de-risk it and optimize it. Discovery offers compelling value right now as there are near-term significant catalysts that I touched on, and we believe these catalysts should continue to show value that's not currently being captured in our share price. This should bode very well for the share price. And again, the brand new resource update and then PEA, which are all coming in the second half of 2021. Drill results will be ongoing, as I mentioned, both near the mine areas and then our first ever drill testing of these new targets on the large land package. We have a very, very sizable cash balance, as you noted, of close to 85 million Canadian dollars, no debt. We have significant firepower to continue to aggressively advance the project and drive value through exploration and development. So if you're bullish on silver in the short term, which I talked about in one of my responses of why you should be, but if you're bullish on silver in the short to medium term, there's really not many companies at all with the leverage we have. So it's a very exciting times for us.